guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. It is my December TBR. Now this is the last TBR of the year and the last way I'll be doing things differently in the new year. Are you excited? The new year, I've got a few plans for my TBR. I'm going to make them a bit more exciting, and you never know, the lovely Charlie Brooke might be involved in picking me some books if I nag her well enough. Hint, hint, Charlie, for watching this. Now, guys, it's the end of the year. It's the end of 2019. And when we start, we'll be starting a new decade next year. So I want to leave this on a high. Now, two of my books that I've got that I'm planning to read in December are not here. One of them, because of the new, obviously, Coffee rules and stuff, I'm not going to be including the books that I'll be doing, like middle grade books. So I may, if you want to know what middle grade books I'll be reading, please feel free to look on my Instagram account, because what I will be now starting to do is show you the books that I'm reading as I'm reading them. So normally you get to see a picture of them with my review at the end of it, but I may show you a picture as I'm starting reading them, so you can see how quickly I'm getting through them. But yeah, there is a middle grade book that it's safe to say that I'm reading this month, which is the Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I'll be reading that all the month because I like to complete my Harry Potter time, and then probably next year I'll probably go another 7 months and read the series all over again. But you never know, I might pick a different series to read next year. Anyway, enough waffling. Shall I get on and show you the books that I'm reading? Now, I'll start off with the books that I'm buddy reading, and then I'll show you a special book that I'll be reading. So the first book I'll be reading, which will be starting on the 1st of December, is Goodnight, Mr. Tom by Michelle Magorian. I will be buddy reading this with the lovely Charlie from my Charlie Broke, my gorgeous sister, who's having a bit of a break from here at the moment, but she is so special. This book, I've been wanting to read this for a long time. My mum's read it. It's not a very long book. And Victoria, from what Victoria read, has just finished it. And she said she cried a few times. Now, she cried a few times. Imagine what I'm going to be like. I'll probably spend the whole time sobbing my blooming heart out. Because I'm a softie. But this is a real book about a boy that that gets evacuated to the country. Young Willie Beach is evacuated to the country as Britain stands on the brink of Second World War. He's a sad and deprived child, and he slowly begins to flourish under the care of Tom Oakley. But his newfound happiness is shattered when he's summoned back to his mum in London. Oh God, this is going to kill me. Watch out, guys. You can imagine there's going to be lots of Instagram posts of me in tears. But it's a brilliant book. I'm desperate to read this. Can't wait to read it with Charlie. Feel like it's a very sort of one to read at Christmas. And my mum's seen the films and she loved it, so definitely a one I'm really excited for. Now the next one is the start of the new series that I'm just starting to read, that my Uncle Michael gave me. It is Northern Lights. I won't be reading this till like the middle of the month because it's about a 400-page book and I've got a lot on this month, so as it's all December. But I also think it's quite good to read at Christmas time. It's the Dark Material series, book 1. My uncle gave me the whole series of the 3 books and I can't wait. I didn't know whether when he gave me this series that I would want to read it. But I think it's a perfect one to buddy read because I may get a bit better understanding of it. Dark Material series has been around for a long time. And it's been a very hyped series. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. Lyra Buckley, I can't say, and an animal demon live half wild and carefree amongst the scholars of Jordan College, London, Oxford. The destiny awaits her will take her to frozen lands of the Arctic, where witch clans reign and ice bears fight. Now, I saw The Golden Compass, the film, and hated it. But from what a few other people have said on here online is that this book is a lot better than the film. So I can't wait. I'm buddy reading the lovely Clint and Gaia. I need to remember to ask Gaia if she's okay to read this at the date. But it's one I'm really looking forward to reading and I can't wait. So that'll be read in the middle of the month. Now the next one, the most amazing, who do we love the most? One of my favourite people in BookTube, Tom! Tom is one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. He sent me this book that we're going to be doing as a buddy read, Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. It's historical fiction. It looks absolutely amazing. The copy, he sent this as a gift to me. You can see already I've started up the pages, which I haven't done with Charlie's one yet, which I should do. Charged with the brutal murder of 2 men, Agnes, I can't say the name, has been removed from her homelands far as this reach to an isolated farm in the northern Iceland to await execution. I'm not going to read too much of this because I don't like reading much about the the idea of what it is because I like to get in there and to get surprised. It's historical fiction. It looks a bit of a mystery, so it's also going to tackle. This is going to be an answer to a few of the prompts on the other readathons that are going to be running this month. One of them is they were doing a mystery readathon, which I think Kate from Kate Howe's doing a mystery one, and this one will definitely tackle that. This is also a book that's going to be tackled in the other readathon. I will say I'm not really participating, as in heavily participating in readathons anymore for a while, because I need a bit of a time. But there is obviously the readathon that's going on. It's a Merry Xmas readathon. Now you go and check out Clint and Melanie's channels for the prompts, but this is in that one of the prompts on that. And there's quite a few books that I've done have met all their prompts. But like I said, check out their videos for that. And like I said, Hannah from Kate Howe is doing another mystery readathon, and the final book that I'm showing you is a new readathon that I'm starting for the year, which is one that I'm so excited about, which is the Louisa May Alcott 2020. Now I'm going to be reading Good Wives. Now the copy I had of Little Women is basically a small copy, and I wondered why it didn't end the way it did. It ended with Beth alive. And I knew that after seeing the film, that doesn't happen in the big of it. And I since got told that some copies, especially in America, Good Wives and Little Women are put in together in a book. So that's why it didn't make sense. The film is the 2 books, and this is the second half of it. So I've read the first bit, Little Women, which I read quite a while, a few months ago. You guys have seen the review of this. But I got this second half, Good Wives, and it's 3 years on from Little Women. The 4 March girls have developed into young adults, with their eyes directed to the future. Meg embarks in a wedded life with the carefree optimism of a new bride, but yet it's not all plain sailing. Aided by her mother's firm but gentle guidance and some harsh lessons, Meg struggles with the goals of a blissful marriage. Right, so then we've got Jo. She dons a scribbling suit and tries to do success in writing. Amy discovers greater gifts in art and travels abroad. Now, I remember that in the first film. That's the film with, like, Winona Ryder. That's the one I remember, although I'm so looking forward to the new film coming out. And then Beth has no ambition beyond her home comforts, and through her burden is heaviest of all, she discovers peace at last. This is gonna be another weepy. I think I'm gonna be crying because I cried on Little Women, and this is gonna kill me. But I love Louisa May Alcott's writing. I've also got the next 2 books, Jo's Boys and Little Men, which I will also be reading. And if I do pick up more of Louisa May Alcott's books, I will. I'm gonna look for them because they sound amazing, and I know her writing's great. So. Can't wait to read that for that readathon. God, it's 7 minutes already. I've already only shown you 4 books. Ooh, it's a bad sign. Now, another book that I'm going to be reading is I like to try and have some poetry books mixed in. And Charlie, as always, is the one that lets me borrow her books. And now she has spoken about this. Chris Riddle, it's Poems to Live Your Life By. It looks beautiful. It is, oh my goodness. Oh, look, can you see that, guys? The artwork in this is absolutely gorgeous. If I'm really hit and miss with poetry books, I love Nikita Gill's poetry. It was a bit funny on some of the other ones that Charlie's given me, but this looks, the artwork, the short poems, I think this is going to be one that I might read alongside some other harder hitting books this month, because it's very gentle. It looks gorgeous. Charlie has the best poetry books and some of the best books ever. Tell you what, I go to her house to get books, and I end up coming home with loads of books, even though I've got stacks on my own shelf. I end up borrowing stacks from her. She's like going to kill me, I think, at this rate. Now, the next book that I'll be reading are not necessarily in order. So I've shown you the books that Buddy reads, and I've shown you some of the other ones that are special. The next books are going to be hit and miss when I read them, but hopefully during the month. The next one is one that Chris got me ages ago. Another series to start, the Jack Reacher series. And this is the first one in the series. This is Killing Floor. This is a thriller. Chris has basically raved about. He's actually read some of Lee Charles' books. Chris, he never reads. So he has raved about this. So I am totally and utterly intrigued. This basically is that's another series I'm starting. Great, Chris, you've got me started on another series. But he bought it for me as a gift, and I'm looking at the bumper pages. 524 pages. Chris, you're in trouble for this one, mister. Jack Reacher, I want to do more thrillers. I want to do more books like this. It's a sort of Jack Reacher's best-selling series. It introduces Reacher for the first time as a tough ex-military cop with no fixed abode. Trained to think fast and act faster, he's a perfect action man for the men and women alike. Now, I know that Simone and Nicole both like thrillers. I don't think Nicole's read this series, and I don't know if Simone has. But it looks good, and I'm really looking forward to trying it. I'm going to have to hurry up, because it's already on 9 minutes, nearly 10 minutes. This is another random book. Now, this is a book that's basically got about transgender. It is, when Leo stands up to fight for David in a fight, an unlikely flinch its form. But things are about to get messy because at Eden Park School, secrets have a habit of not staying secret for long. 2 outsiders, 2 secrets. David longs to be a girl and Leo wants to be invisible. So this tackles quite a few YA books. It is a YA book, but it does meet one of the criteria for one of the Merry Xmas readathon. It's only about 350 pages, so it's not too long. But I saw this in a video, and I would like to read more transgender books. I'd like to read more books on LGBTQ issues, because I think I want to increase my knowledge. Eventually, I might want to work with children, and I think even young adults, I think it's important to understand the things that young adults go through that are having these issues. And I would like to do that. I'd like to try and broaden my horizons. So I picked this up at random, and I'm really looking forward to trying it. Don't know how I'm going to go with it. Don't know very much about it. Haven't even looked at the Goodreads reviews, which is not like me. Now I'm going to bring over my pile now. So I've got my pile of 4 Christmassy books, which will be probably read more towards the end of the month. Although I want to make sure they're read, so I will probably pick them up early. The first one is one that Chris bought me, another one, but I did ask for this one because it's Adam Kay! I love Adam Kay's work. This Is Gonna Hurt is one of my favourite books ever, and it's going in the top 10. Sneaky peek. And this is his second book, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So this is basically is about the Christmas book. It's about what it's like on the wards around Christmas time. It is so short, it's unbelievable. Like 140 pages. It's well worth the money. It's a non-fiction book, so technically I could have read it in non-fiction in November, but I wanted to read it because it's a Christmassy book in December. Now, I've spoken to Adam Kay online on Twitter, and he said there is more books. He's writing more books, so he's got to be a go-to author. Buy his books as soon as they come out, because I know this is going to be absolutely incredible, and I'm so glad I got it. Next one's a Christmas book. Had to pick it up. Debbie McComber, Mr. Miracle. Don't know if Charlie or Mum gave me this, but it's another Christmassy book. I don't want to talk too much about it because I want it to be mystery. It's about creating happy endings. Mr. Miracle, I don't really want to know much more. Again, it's another short book, 250 pages, but it looks beautiful. Had to pick it up, had to buy it. Now the next one is a Miranda Dickinson book. Now you guys know I loved for Searching for a Silver Lining. It's one of the only chick lit books I've actually kept, and I loved it that much. So when I saw this in the charity shop, I had to buy it. Fairytale of Newark. I don't know if it's a Christmas book necessarily, but it looks Christmassy. Once upon a time, an English girl went to New York to live out her own fairy tale. I won't read much more of that, but it looks beautiful, and it's the second time trying Miranda Dickinson. If I like her books, I may well pick up a lot more, because I liked the first one. Now the last one is a book my gorgeous Auntie Julie gave me at some point this year. She sent me a postal package of books. I love getting book mail. And this is one of them. This is Wishing Upon a Star by Tricia Ashley. Can you see that? See how beautiful that looks, Christmassy? Single mum Callie's life is all about her little girl Stella. She is resigned to the fact that the only romance she's going to get is from rom-coms she watches, with a busy job and her daughter. She doesn't have time to think about love. But Stella gets sick, it looks like, and things change. So the perfect gift isn't always under the tree. This is a long Christmassy book. I can see it's about 462 pages. So it's going to be a bit of a tackle one, but I may break it up. I may sort of set myself a goal of how many pages to read a day. Sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I do that. If I've got a lot of books to read and I know that I want to get them done in a certain time, I set myself goals. It's like buddy read, and it makes them a bit more practical. But yeah, this is my Christmas, my sort of last TBR of the year. I don't know how my videos are going to be because of the whole issues with children's protection and everything. I don't know what I'm going to have, whether my channel might change a little bit. Obviously, you won't get to see my beautiful children, I'm afraid, because of the rules, and I won't be able to really talk much about middle grade books. But guys, I really want to stay on here, and I'm going to do my best. January, I will say one thing, it's going to be a bit of a tougher month, and I will let you know at the end of the month what's happening. But I'm going to be here starting to have operations next year, and that means that TBRs might be a bit different. My videos might have to come from a different day, but bear with me. I will do my best to stay with you because you're my family. My booktube family is amazing, and I hope you all pick some great books for December, because let's end the year in style. Let's end the year celebrating everything that's happened this year. I joined booktube. So much has happened. So let's end it in style. And I hope you all have a great December. If you're new to my channel, please ring on the ding-a-ling, subscribe to me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.